Hey YouTube, I just wanted to share a little bit about what I've learned so far about this solar storm that's going on. I want to start with this Daily Mail article titled NOAA says tonight's cannibal solar storm could be worst in 165 years and cause GPS and power outages as they reveal exact time it'll hit. The NOAA is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Association or something like that. And so they are the ones that have the coronal mass ejection going on. And so they've likened or compared this event that's going on right now to the Carrington event, which happened 165 years ago, which was the strongest and most severe solar storm that we've ever had recorded in history. That solar storm caused major damage to the telegraph system back then, but as they've been talking about for many years now, an event like that happening now in our day and age where we rely so heavily on electronics could really devastate parts of the world wherever this happens. So I'm not going to read the whole article. I just thought the title was pretty catchy. I'm not sure how they come up with these titles of weather events, but a cannibal. I found that a little much, but anyways, I wanted to share mostly just the title in this, but I want to also show you another part. So somebody shared this story. It's a fictional story on their Rumble channel, and it's titled How the Sun Could Wipe Us Out. A burst of plasma would set in motion a devastating cascade of failures, written by Brett Weinstein. And so, as you can see there, the date is July 19, 2021. The world began to end on 12th of May, 2024. Keeping in mind this is fiction, though another 309 years would pass. I'm actually not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to show you the part that was pretty significant, right? Like May 12th, 2024 in this article. And the story talks about how it was very predictable, how all these things, the signs were there, but the people in power didn't want to fix the problem, even though it would have been relatively easy to fix. They just kicked the can down the road and ignored the problem. And they call it the Great Collapse of 2024. This person who wrote this story about this solar event that happens in May 2024. So as it introduces what happened, the burst of plasma leapt from the sun's surface on 9th of May 2024. It was detected by earthbound space weather observers who track these dangerous coronal mass ejections. So I want to stop right there. I want to show you something. They spotted this sunspot on May the 9th. So how could this article that is fictional have pinpointed it down to the day? I'm not quite sure. Let's just continue with this for a minute. The blackouts that started in May 2024 were not universal at first. The eastern third of North America was among the most extensively affected areas, with 30 massive transformers completely destroyed. So they go on to talk about Virginia being hit the most severely, and that when this thing first came out, that it was seen as far as Costa Rica. They're saying that the aurora lights will be seen as far as Alabama in real life, but in the story it said that the aurora lights could be seen as far as Costa Rica, and that the aurora lights were something more of an entertainment thing going on at first for the first day or so, and then they slowly realized that there was problems being attached to these aurora lights. So the people thought at first it was entertaining, they went to see the aurora lights out there, and then they started to realize, okay, hey, by days 2 and 3, the power outages, things starting to slowly slide out of control. And so this is how this gentleman describes how it was the kickoff. May 2024 was the kickoff for basically the last stretch of the world. He says it didn't end until another 300 years or plus, or 309 years. from this event, but that it was the catalyst towards the end. And so that's pretty concerning that somebody has this very, very ironic story of what happened. So if anything is to happen, certainly this is definitely going to show that this is not an accident. And NOAA only put out this information in the last, I would say, 24 hours or less about the solar storm and the solar flares going off and causing these coronal mass ejections. So it's pretty interesting how somebody could have predicted it down to the exact day what would happen. So we will wait and see what happens. I also wanted to just show this little piece of information. According to this popularscience.com article, why scientists use these radio transmitters to create artificial auroras, sending radio pulses into the upper atmosphere can create splotches of red and green light. They are admitting in this article that it is possible to have man-made auroras, and so when we see these things in the skies, we should just be aware of these things. As the days go on, I'm hoping that nothing comes of this, but it's always helpful to be prepared, and it doesn't hurt to be prepared, to have a little bit of extra food, a little bit of extra water. It's not going to hurt anybody. So that would be my advice or my suggestion, or definitely something that I plan to be doing for my household. I pray that all goes well with you. God bless you. Thank you for watching.